Today, I'm going to be going around the outskirts of Fallout New Vegas and seeing what unique and hidden locations I can find. We will encounter Cazadors, Deathclaws, and even discover an underground brewery. So, without wasting any more time, let's head over to Goodsprings and get started. Alright, starting at Goodsprings here, we're just going to make a left and head up north and start going around the outskirts from this direction. Now, the first spot we got is Chance's Grave here. I don't have a shovel, so I can't actually dig it. But if you do, you get a really good melee weapon right there. We go right over the hill. We got the little encampment here, a little tribal camp. Now, shout out to God Mode and a grenade rifle. I can clear out some of these Cazadors here. There we go. And we can see what's popping down here. What do we got? We got first aid box, super stim pack, and 5 stim packs there. So pretty good first aid box. We got an armor case with a laser rifle, surprisingly. Dang. I'm sure that's not there every time. Then I guess there's really nothing else, just some loot on these cons, but that's about it. All the fiends have melee weapons, so there's a fire axe actually, that's pretty cool. But besides that, I think that's it for this spot. Let's continue on. Here at Spring Mountain Ranch State Park, we got some of the only greenery in this game, really. Besides Vault 22, this is just about it. Got some nice water, nice trees, nice bushes, and some nice mantises as well. Now, is there any actual loot here, like in this burned house? There's a dresser that's empty, so there's nothing. And besides that, there's just a bighorner, a couple bighorners. Maybe up at this picnic bench or something. Nah, there is nothing of value here. But there is a little canyon area up here that we can go through. See where that leads us. Well, it's led me to Cazadors. I guess that is the whole point of this side of the map, is it's just all Cazadors. I'm pretty sure this is just going to lead around to Red Rock Canyon, and it's just a way to connect the two places. Yeah, I can already see the red rocks. And here we are. We should be behind the fighting area, kind of. I think there's another canyon that goes right over here, but we can't enter it from this side. But we'll come back to it. Yeah, it's this right here. That's a whole nother area that leads up to the Jacobstown area. So we'll come back through there at some point. But for now, let's head back kind of inwards to the outskirts. Doesn't really make sense, but we'll head back to the east. For our next spot, we're just going to go right next to the sarsaparilla bottling plant, and we're just going to head right behind it and go up west up this hill. Now, take a guess what type of enemies we're going to find up here. Considering we're on the western side of the map, it might be these orange flying devils here. There we go. Just shoot at the ground. I think there's one more above the hill. Not even going to worry about it. I'm getting jumped. There we go. I think I got him. But we got Gourd out here. We got Gourd. Just chilling out here all dead on the ground. And we also have a level up. There we go. Alright, Gourd. What are you trying to get into here? The Brewer's Beer bootlegging. Okay. What do we got in here? We got a piece of jet. I like that. A piece of Med-X. I like that. Some Mentats. I like that. Got star bottle cap, regular bottle caps, and the key to the cellar. And the cellar here, oh yeah. This is the setup in here. Strategic nuclear moose. Strategic nuclear moose. Interesting. Is that a reference that I don't know? Probably. And God said let them have beer. Yes, sir. Thank you, God. What do we got down here? We got a big book of science. Oh, and a cabinet key right underneath it. Very nice. I'm assuming this is the cabinet here. Let's see. We got a missile launcher and a tri-beam laser rifle. That is insane. And 2850 cal rounds. I like that. And 6 stim packs? Yeah, this place is pretty loaded. Then we got BBs and a BB gun. Explosives crate with explosives, obviously. Nice. Very nice spot here. I like it. Ammo box. Bullets. Nothing crazy in there. Alright. Very nice spot with very good loot. Let's move on. Alright, so I'm up near Jacobstown. This is obviously on the outskirts, but it's such an obvious location that I'm not even going to cover it. Same with like the Followers safe house and like Vault 22. I'm not going to cover that. Everybody's been there. But I will cover the other canyon that we saw that led to Red Rock, because I don't think everybody's been through here, and it's a very unique little area. Obviously it has more Cazadors, because why wouldn't it? Oh, this is interesting. We've got a nice no textured rock right here. Very nice. So it's definitely not one of the most polished areas in the game, but that's what you get when you're on the outskirts of the map. I climb up this. This almost looks like I can go up here. Oh no, there's an invisible wall right here. Okay. Well, what if I cheat? What is actually up here? Nothing. There's nothing up here, so not missing out. Coming up on a lot of bones here. Probably a bighorner, maybe? That's what I think it probably was. You know what? I think you get sent here for Cazador eggs for that one quest in the Thorn. I might be mistaken. Maybe it's not this place. But there actually might be a reason to come here. I don't know. There's a Super Mutant Master that's dead here. He's got C4, a Fat Man, Long Fuse Dynamite, and 20 50 cal rounds. That is pretty insane. We'll probably need it though. He doesn't have a mini nuke though, so I can't really use the Fat Man. Or can I? I am on God mode. Do I get ammo if I don't have any? No. You gotta have at least one ammo. Alright, well, time to spam the grenade rifle then. Until my screen goes gray like that. There we go. Starting to see the red rocks again. We're probably near the end of this little expedition. Oh yeah, I can see the Great Khan Longhouse right there. And here is where we could not get up. I guess that is pretty steep. It's just kind of weird that they don't let you go up that way when you coming in from the other side. But there we go. Some decent loot. Got a Fat Man, so that's always pretty cool. But now I think it's time to hit up the north side of the map here, the very top side of the map, and go across. Because we have done this side, well, up from Goodsprings. Still have this area down here, but a lot of obvious locations over there. If you ever wondered where this highway leads, it leads to this little sinkhole here of cars. This is their natural barrier for you not leaving the map. And if you see here, there's some stuff here. Joshua Graham lives, the Burn Man walks. Very cool stuff right there. But I guess we'll check out this ranch here in the corner of the map. I think most people have probably been here, but who knows? Maybe you walk by it to get the Jacobstown. So let's see what we got in here. Turn on the flashlight. I'm seeing a first aid kit, which is good. I'm seeing another first aid kit, which is good. Very good loot in here. A refrigerator with some squirrel bits and iguana. Not seeing much else in here, to be honest. There's a tumbleweed in here. It is called the Tumbleweed Ranch. It's only right that one somehow gets inside the house. How about the upstairs? Another tumbleweed, okay. So we're just sleeping with the tumbleweeds, okay. And really nothing of value. There might be like a star bottle cap somewhere I may have missed. I'm not sure there's even that though. There is a congressional style book here. And a cattle prod, which is kind of a rare item. Let's read this book here. Boom, speech increased by 3. Good old Lion. Lion congressional style, very nice book. Besides that though, there might not be anything else in here. But a skill book is always worth it. I'm not seeing anything else outside here. There is a dead guy. Wastelander. He's got 9 caps and a grenade. Oh, look what we got here. What? Oh, I can buy a wind Brahmin from this guy, yeah. He's got low prices on wind Brahmin. Oh my gosh. How much? All my caps? Okay. That's all my caps. I only had 48 caps. Where's my wind Brahmin? Piece of shit. I got scammed. Scammers, man. Well, that's pretty funny. I forgot that was out here. I almost missed that. That would have been tragic if I would have missed that. We've gotten flamed in the comments. But let's continue on. Let's continue on to the east now. The top side of the map. Now, I have the Wild Wasteland perk equipped, so what we have here is we got the UFO and a bunch of aliens. If you don't have Wild Wasteland, it's just some Viper gunslingers and stuff. And you get a legendary Gauss rifle. But here, we get some tri-beam laser rifles, and more importantly, the alien blaster. 166 shots, not bad. Another tri-beam laser rifle, which is extremely valuable. And there we go. Let's take a look at this UFO here. It's just kind of chilling out here. And I guess this is their cockpit. Crashed. It seems like a single-seater, but maybe there's more area inside here for the aliens to chill out. That's why there was only 3 of them, you know. 1 in the front here, and then maybe 2 on the inside. But there we go. Let's continue onwards. Oh, this might be the only other thing we find here on the top of the map. There really isn't much here. Even this is a pretty obvious spot for people who've played the game. Basically, if you're working with the White Gloves, you get sent here to a guy named St. Clair. You gotta knock him out and serve him as dinner. But without doing the quest, there's really nothing here and no purpose to being here. Yeah, there's literally nothing in here, so time to move on. We do have the boomers up here on the outskirts, but why would I cover the boomers? They're like the most well-known faction in the game. It'd be a waste of your guys' time. So that was the top half of the map. There was really nothing to see except the Tumbleweed Ranch, where we can buy wind Brahmins. So wind Brahmin was the highlight for sure. But now we gotta move down to this side of the map. Now this side of the map we can go on the other side of the river, so there'll be some interesting things over there. We got this area over here. Let's get to it. I finally made it to the outskirts of this part of the map. Had to run by some locations like Bitter Springs, Bloodborne Cave, and Brotherhood Steel Safe House, but I don't want to waste your guys' time and cover locations most people have been to. So we're going all the way out here to the edge. And I have Wild Wasteland on, so we get to see this cool undetonated nuke here. Just gotta defeat these super mutants. There we go. It's a very cool nuke, and it's even got a little logo on the side here. And if I'd signed 60, I could salvage the components for like scrap electronics. And these super mutant masters, they got what? A super sledge. That's about it. Super sledge, heavy incinerator. That's pretty good. And a missile launcher. Very nice. But more importantly, a short walk over from there, we have like one of the coolest locations in the game by far. We got the Devil's Throat here, or Gullet? Devil's Throat? Gullet? I don't know. There's two things called like Devil's something. Devil's Throat. Devil's Gullet is outside of Goodsprings. But we got a couple centaurs here. We got this one that's pretty big, the giant evolved centaur. But even better, if we go inside the truck here, we have the unique minigun, the CZ57 Avenger, some ammo, and some combat armor reinforced as well. So very nice. Here in the outskirts, we do have the Lake Mead Cave. I'll cover it real fast, because I know many people have been here. But there's really not too much down here. We got a first aid box, another first aid box, but hey, it's got pretty loaded stuff. Then we got some suitcases full of chips and pre-war money, some sort of robbery maybe. There's really nothing else down here from what I can tell. Oh, here's a magazine. There you go. A Lad's Life magazine. It's completely worth it now to come down here. Alright, let's head back out. Let's get to some more interesting locations. So here we have a location not many people have discovered. It's actually called Hoover Dam. Pretty like weird spot here on the outskirts of the map, you know. Not many people have been here, from what I know. So yeah, really cool spot here, guys. Definitely recommend checking out this place. It'd be like really cool if like there was like a fight here or something at some point. Like that'd be super like cinematic for sure. Let's move on to the next spot. Now, if you want some lake lurk eggs, this spot is a great spot. You come down in here, look at this. Ooh, yummy. Get all the lake lurk eggs we could ever ask for. And we also got some crates of explosives. We got pulse grenade, plasma mine. That's pretty good. Yeah, and some other stuff. Not too bad. And you can find this on the other side of the river, just down the street from Hoover Dam. Well, let's continue hugging this side of the river and see what else we can discover. Got a little nice peaceful spot up here. This would be a nice place to rebuild and start a family, you know. Right next to all the Deathclaws. Yeah, we've made it to the Deathclaw territory here. I'm not entirely sure how all these Deathclaws survive on this side of the river. Like, I'm not sure what they're eating out here. You know, Deathclaw probably needs to eat a lot of food. Unless Deathclaws can fish, but I feel like their claws are a little too big for a fishing pole, so I'm not really sure. But that's a nice pile of Deathclaw corpses right there. That's pretty nice. Got the alpha male. That's what they used to call me in high school, the alpha male. And we got some more eggs over here. Very nice. Genuinely, I don't know if I'm stupid or something, but I've been looking around this area for any sign of loot and not find it. I swear I've been told that there's loot here before and I just missed it, but I don't know. Now I would think the loot would be here in this little egg pile, but there's nothing to loot. Also, there are some signs of bones here, so they're definitely eating stuff, and there's a skeleton here, so I guess they don't fish. Yeah, I can't find any loot here. I don't know if I'm stupid, blind, both stupid and blind. Maybe back here? Nothing back here. I don't know, guys. Alright, so I looked it up. I guess there's a bug. Sometimes the dead prospectors of all the loot aren't here, so that would explain why I've never found loot here. But let's just move on. This place is pretty well known anyway, so probably wasting your guys' time. We got the little Lake Lurk Cove. So let's speed run through this place. So yeah, now this place has loot. That's good. And in this duffel bag, got bunch of different ammos. And this one we got some nice reinforced combat armor. Very nice. I'll use that to repair my current set. Now let's move on. So that actually brings us to the end of this side of the map here. So now we just gotta run the bottom and then head back up to Goodsprings and we'll be all done. It's a pretty cool location on the outskirts. Not gonna spend much time because people have been here. Got the Cottonwood Crater. Go through the cave, you end up here. You got a little prospector here with another Fat Man. I'll use that to repair my current Fat Man. There we go. Well, I traveled a very long distance, basically from all the way over here to here, because all I could really find was locations people know about. So now I'm in some random shack that I don't even really know what it has, called Bradley's Shacks. We'll head inside here and see what we can get. First of all, we have a rigged shotgun, so not very nice, Bradley. Then we got, okay, 3 frag grenades. No star bottle cap? Oh, there it is, star bottle cap. Good ammo. First aid box. Oh, I got a lockpick. Come on. There we go. Some medics. I do appreciate some medics. And another BB gun. We will repair the other BB gun with this one. Increased it by 9%. Great. Basically did nothing. Alright, thanks Bradley. I don't think you have anything else, but star bottle cap's always good. And this shack is just right over here by Nipton, just looking over Nipton. There's another really unique location not many people have been to. There's actually hidden up here, out of sight. There's 2 giant statues. There's like a whole outpost up here. It's pretty crazy because I don't think many people see this and come up here. So really cool, you know. I won't spend too much time here though, just because I think it's so cool. You guys gotta explore it for yourself for sure. So let's move on. And also, that's the end of this bottom of the map. The problem with New Vegas, I'm noticing, is that New Vegas is so good at making the outskirts of the map actually have valuable loot that most people already know about all these locations. It's hard to find anything new or interesting when everything is interesting. And New Vegas did such a very good job of doing so and making sure there's always content, even on the edges of the map. Nonetheless, I'm going to keep continuing on and hopefully we can find something niche or underground. We do have a giant rad scorpion up here next to some more giant rad scorpions. Wow. Next to some graves here. Kinda wish I had a shovel. Let me spawn in a shovel. Alright, spawned in a nice shovel here. Now we can actually see what it's got here. Oh. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, there's no point in having a shovel. Unless it's for Chance's grave, there's no point. But hey, that's at least something interesting on the edge of the map. Probably never found. How about that? Here's something maybe some people haven't discovered. We got the Lone Wolf radio trailer out here. Actually pretty close to Goodsprings. It's got all this tech running the radio. And look, it's even got a wasteland survival guide as well. So very nice. That's going to give me a survival increase by 3. And one of these I think is a star bottle cap. Yep, there we go. So definitely worth it to come up here when you're leaving Goodsprings. But yeah, nothing else on the outside. We can continue. But I don't think there's actually anything left. Well, besides Johnny 5 Aces here, there's nothing else left. So that is the outskirts of Fallout New Vegas. And what can I say but New Vegas does too good of a job at making the outskirts interesting that there wasn't too much to cover. But I'm hiding a secret. There's one last spot I'm going to show you. You only get to see this spot if you make it this far. But back at the bootlegging shack, right? We head up behind the mountain here. Keep going on beyond the mountain here. And at all these nests and the bones, you'll have a duffel bag. And look at this. Reinforced Mark II combat armor. Yup. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only place you can find it. So there you go. You only get to know that because you made it to the end of the video. So, thank you for watching this video. If you saw a new location, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.